Welcome to Barstool Banter, and what a best way to open this segment up with the first video release of Barstool Banter. And I'm honored to have in the studio with me Stitch, Adam, and Tyler.
Pleasure to be here.
Drummer, guitar player. What's going on, guys?
Not much, you.
Yeah. We are officially on the Barstool Banter.
We are cracked open.
We are cracked open on the beer. So tell me, guys, what's going on?
Just living life.
Re-imaging.
Re-imaging.
So tell me what the band looks like now.
Currently, you see it, just the two of us.
Okay.
Currently, still piecing together the other pieces we need to move forward.
Okay. But you guys you guys were together, or the Stitch itself was together for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys have played some shows around, right? Tell me a little bit about who you guys have opened for. Let's just start with that.
Well, we very first show we ever played was for a band called Framing Hanley. As a band, as Stitch, first opening gig was for Framing Hanley. And you could argue whether they're somebody nowadays or not, which they're not really. They had the one song there I knew them for, which was, like Tyler said, a cover. But that was still pretty cool for us.
What was the song they did?
Lollipop.
Like lollipop.
No, not that lollipop. That lollipop.
Okay.
There was is he rap or hip hop? What's he considered?
Lil Wayne.
Whatever
you want to
wrote a song.
him.
Yeah, okay. I've heard enough already. Skip right past that.
It was a cool rendition.
Right.
At
Sure
the time,
it
it was all right.
But was it?
I mean, it made them. So
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
Touche. Touche. Okay, go ahead.
But that song came out on an album called Pop Goes Crunk. And when that came out, it was pretty big. There was a lot of...
Big locally or big nationally?
Nationally.
Oh, really?
There was a lot of big artists that were taking songs like that were known as being rap or hip-hop and rewrote it as rock, punk, emo, whatever it was.
Okay.
Whatever their version of rock was. And then there were several albums after that one that came out doing the same thing, just with the next generation of hip-hop and rock, or rap.
Okay.
So we opened up for them. Very first show right out the gate, which was funny because our bass player was the one that lined that up. And we were all kind of like, dude, they're not going to let us open up for this national act. Like, you're wasting your time.
It was kind of a surprise, wasn't it? Yeah.
And we basically told him, we're like, dude, don't even waste your time. And he just said, dude, I know the people. I just got to talk to people. And we finally was just like, okay,
right.
If this blows up in someone's face, it's yours, not ours.
Right.
And he freaking nailed it.
And it blew up in the wrong way.
It blew up in the wrong way.
The good way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it really ended up being a really good thing because the people that were putting on that show were the people that kind of catapulted us forward from that. Like, they took a chance on us, and it was crazy because here we are, a Connorsville band, driving an hour to Indianapolis to play at the Emerson for this band for the first time as a band ever, and we outsold all the other opening bands.
Nice.
And because of that, we basically became the co-opener. We ended up being the band that went on before Framing Hanley.
Okay. Right.
So that kick-started us and got some people noticing us from the area, got us a little bit of an Indianapolis following right out the gate. And from then, it was pretty much easy. You know, when they had Tommy Red come, we had to beg and plead a little bit because they were still taking a chance on us. But it wasn't long. They're like, okay, you got the Red show. So then we went back to Emerson and opened up for Red. And for us, that was huge. To me, that was bigger than Framing Hanley, bigger than anything.
Now, I remember seeing your post, and I remember talking to you about opening for Red. Mm-hmm. I don't know who Red is.
See, and a lot of people don't. But that's what's cool. That's what's crazy about Red. Like, some people don't realize they know Red. But
so Red is a nationally known band?
Mm-hmm. And they're considered Christian hard rock.
Okay.
And because of that, a lot of people don't know them because they're considered Christian hard rock. But not long after we opened for them, they were playing at a music festival in Louisville, Kentucky, playing on the same day as Nine Inch Nails, Machine Gun Kelly, Metallica, and Snoop Dogg.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So they've, for years, played with these big name bands all over the country.
You just don't know you've heard them.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people do. A lot of people are like, oh, crap, you're opening for Red? Hell yeah, that's awesome. And then some people are like, I don't think I know who that is. And even after I'd play a song of theirs for somebody, they'd be like, yeah, I've not heard that one.
That's how I was when we got the OTAP show. I was like, who's OTAP?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I never
come
heard
to find
of them.
out I had known who it was. I just
You
didn't
just
know
didn't
that's who
know
that
who
was.
it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we opened for Red, and that went great. Again, we played second or third that night, irrelevant, but again got more of a following. And then the Tommy Vex show, that was a really cool one for us. Again at the Emerson, again with the same group of people putting on that show. So when the guys came to us and said, "Hey, you guys want to open for Tommy Vex?" I was like, who's Tommy Vex? I don't know who this guy is. Like, I don't care. I'll play, whatever. It wasn't until they said, he plays in Bad Wolves. And I was like, I think I've heard that name, but who's Bad Wolves?
We know Bad Wolves, don't we, Steve-O?
Oh, yeah. So I was like, well, I've heard that name, but that still doesn't ring a bell to me. Well, then they pulled up their Cranberry cover. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, I've heard that. Hell yeah, this is awesome, And so we went down there and one of 3 or 4 bands that opened up for Tommy Vex, and that was really cool because Tommy's such a cool guy, and his.
So, am I right in saying that Tommy was the original singer for Bad Wolf?
Yes.
And then he left.
Yep. The guy they have now is his replacement.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he left the band for reasons. They still are in a dispute over legal reasons over music and stuff, and then he went off to do his own thing and basically picked up people from other sources. What his guitar player, he's played for, I'm not going to remember any of the bands off the top of my head, but he himself has played for different big name bands as well.
Okay.
And but that was really cool. Tommy is a really cool dude. That guitar player that I mentioned, he was really cool. Both times we opened for Tommy Vex, that guitar player hung out in the alley with us and just BS'd in the alley for like an hour about anything and everything.
What were you doing in the alley? Earning his money.
Yeah, right.
So, was that the last really opening you had?
The last big name. But both were Tommy Vex.
Okay.
But the last two, once at Emerson and once in Dayton at Odd Bodies.
Okay, so tell me, who writes the majority of the music?
That would be, at the time, it was a collaboration. When I stepped in, it was a collaboration of me and Tyson.
Okay.
And we would get the rough idea down, and then we would pitch it to everybody else. But we wouldn't pitch anything unless we had a good, strong structure going.
So, like, what, you come in with, basically a chorus, maybe?
Whatever,
Or
yeah. If
just a good groove or something? And
if it's catchy, yeah. If I can get a catchy guitar riff going and say, like, okay, I want this to be a verse,
sure,
then I will put that up, and then we'll try to write the chorus
around it, right?
and then we'll write the chorus.
Yep.
And then once we get the chorus structured, we do the verse,
Okay.
pre-chorus.
Okay.
But if we don't have a solid, like, anything, if, like, I pitch something to him and he's just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, then we just...
So,
whatever.
are you primarily lead, rhythm, both?
Both, yeah. I focus more on rhythm.
Okay.
It's an old blues technique that I learned.
Nice.
Play the lead in the rhythm.
Sure.
That way you... Like, with Stevie Ray Vaughan, he'd go do all this, but he always came back to the...
Right. Stevie Ray Vaughan, phenomenal.
Yep.
Phenomenal. Have you seen the video out there where he breaks his string and he does this guitar change in the middle of a song with the string break? Have you
I
seen
just
that?
did that at our last
I-
gig.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, our last gig. He
Okay.
all of a sudden looks up and says, "I broke a string."
And you're like,
Right,
what do you want me to do?
right in the middle of the solo.
Actually, you finished the rest of the set with
I
that
finished
guitar,
the
didn't
whole
you?
set with
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, who writes lyrics?
The lyrics came mainly from Tyson.
Okay.
I'm not the greatest lyricist. I focus more on strengths versus weaknesses. The lyrics are one of my weaknesses, so
Right.
I pitch it to other people
Right.
that are better. I might get like 1 or 2 lines down, you know,
Sure.
like, hey, fill
And then
my
people
vibe.
work off of it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. And you being a drummer, you don't know how to write lyrics. Right. Am I right? Try something that rhymes with this. That's how Steve would do us. You did have a good couple songs, though, didn't you? You did. You did. He did. Okay. So, growing up, what was your band influence?
For me, I grew up into like punk, pop punk, and emo stuff. So I was always into that genre. Like Blink-182, Travis Barker's my idol. He's my favorite drummer. So I grew up Blink, a band called Newfound Glory.
Blink-182.
Blink-182, yeah.
Does it look like somebody just shit in my mouth? No, I just saw a video of theirs on MTV. I was playing it earlier. I saw
Yeah.
that.
So, but that's what's always made our music kind of fun is everybody's got their different styles. So,
But you don't sound anything like.
no, we don't. No.
No,
That's
that's
the
what you.
thing.
But if you listen to my drums in some songs, you'll be like, man, his snare's kind of loud, or well, not necessarily because we did electric kits, everything we recorded. But listen to us live, and you'll hear a little different variation. You'll understand how, yeah, he does kind of look and sound like a pop or like a punk drummer.
He's definitely.
I don't hear that.
Yeah. And it's funny, I always joke with people, sometimes we'll be playing, and our singer a couple times after ending the song, he'd be like, man, you were doing good on your double bass there. And I said, no, that was a single pedal. So I've gotten so used to playing a single and try to keep up with like that punk
Right,
feel.
right.
My foot, sometimes I can almost get double bass with one foot.
Right.
So,
Okay. And we were talking earlier, and you were talking about Stevie Ray, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, who's some of your influences?
Do you want the stitch? What I pitched the stitch, or do you want?
No, I
like,
want what
the
you just
whole-
grew up on listening.
So-
What possessed you to pick up a guitar, other than women?
Actually, believe it or not, the women didn't come in until after I was like in high school, because I started playing music at a very young age.
Okay.
So what was it? I would say what made me say, okay, like the guitar is for me, was Ozzy's Live and Loud album. My uncle used to play that all the time, and I Don't Want to Change the World. That was the song.
Okay.
That was like, to me, that is the perfect guitar tone. That is like match. It's just the perfect song.
Nice.
So my entire life, I studied. Dime was his best friend, so I studied him, and then picked up, my own influences
Sure,
along the way.
sure.
Kenny Wayne, all
Kenny
them
Wayne. My
guys.
wife loves Kenny Wayne.
So, and you can definitely hear the blues.
So you are more blues oriented.
Oh, yes.
Just with your influences,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
And when you hear the solos live, because like with the recording, a lot of it's just done to a metronome, so
Right.
I don't finesse or improv as much
Right.
as what I do live.
And I think that's where a lot of the bands that are playing the whole metronome and stuff, it's like, if you could ever give one piece of advice to somebody, I think more than I've heard not is play to a metronome. Right?
Yep.
Because too many bands get out there and they just try to go all willy-nilly, and you probably can't keep a beat to save your life, right? So, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, what are the plans for you guys moving forward?
So we've definitely had put some feelers out there. We've got a couple people interested in moving forward with us, and
Yeah, we were talking earlier about, so you're looking at some
yep, I think we've
Some
got
different avenues,
Yeah.
possibly interesting avenues. Yeah.
So we've definitely got enough to get things rolling. I think it's just a matter of seeing what these people want to do, what everybody wants to do moving forward. We don't have a bass player lined up yet, so if there's any bass players out there, hit us up.
You heard it here.
But no, I think we've got something lined up that could be really cool and different and draw a crowd. So just, and the big thing is,
You gotta like heavy metal.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to like it
I
heavy.
mean, you gotta want to be in it.
Right.
It's not a.
Oh,
Don't waste our time. If you're just coming to feel it out, if you don't want to put the effort into
Right.
it, then
Right.
because at the end of the day, it is rock and roll.
So so essentially, you guys are just doing open, pretty much auditions, trying to fill
Yep.
your gap where Stitch is kind of broken away, right?
Yeah.
And you're open to anything, because I know we were talking earlier, and you get some of the stuff you guys are talking about. I mean, really, quite frankly, it excites me to see the direction of some of the song, what you're going to do. But speaking about that, why don't we play one of your songs at this point right here? And I think the song we're going to play is going to be Live Again. Live Again.
Yep.
And I guess this would be underneath the name of Stitch. Tell me a little bit something about this song before we go into this.
Basically, the way that the approach was I'm a recovering addict. So
Okay.
I'm getting ready to come upon 2 years clean and sober.
Congratulations,
I've
brother.
never been sober in my life. So pitching Live Again, it's all just about your past is your past. You got to make the decision to either move forward, and we can help you with the music, but you eventually at the end of the day you got to do it.
And that is so true, because like you say, you're living again through the music, right? I mean, how many times have we all been in that situation, whether it's a shitty divorce, whether it's a breakup with a girlfriend, whether it's a bad day at work, whatnot, right? You listen to that, you get out in your car, whatever, you put your earphones on, you put that song on, and it's almost like that artist is talking directly to you. And basically that's what you're doing.
That's what we try to do. At the end of the day, we try to reach one person.
Right.
If we get a massive following, cool. But at the end of the day, I want you at the show. I want you screaming the words back to me.
Right. Isn't that something, though? That's a good feeling, though, isn't it?
That's what we strive for.
Okay. All right. So, Barstool Banter. This is Stitch with Live Again.
Sorry.
He's taking over, man.
Yes. You want to say, look in the camera and say, welcome back to the Barstool Banter.
Welcome back to the Barstool Banter.
We're back with Barstool Banter with Stitch. Fuck, did I even call you Stitch?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what are the plans? Are you guys going to plan on keeping the name? I know we've kind of skirted around that. There's some issues with that. But I'm sure you guys will let us know moving forward what we're going to be looking from you, what names and everything, right? Mm-hmm. And I will let you guys know what's going on with that. I guess I don't need to put you on the spot with that, do I? So
I think mainly right now we're just kind of leaving it open and getting a feel. Like once we get the entity back up and running,
okay,
then that would be a decision.
Sure.
Right now it's just kind of...
Sure. So, but I can call you Stitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, when you guys get back up running, are we looking at EPs? Are we looking at some kind of official recording?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, eventually.
Because I know the songs that we're hearing, mm-hmm, they're not studio quality. They're more...
No, they're scratch tracks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Not finished product.
Right. No,
yeah,
that is a rough demo at best. There's no master or anything on that, right? Which is fine. Hey, that's what we're all about here, right? New music and everything, mm-hmm, right? But can we see something like that maybe moving forward?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're not putting a timeline on anything. It's just about getting together, figuring out what our style is going forward, which has always been get everybody in the room, see what we come up with. Mm-hmm. And then once we get enough material together, we'll record something and put it out there.
So when you guys decide to do that, it's a world premiere on Barstool Banter, right?
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do I have? All right.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Yeah, we would
we're
love to come
locked in.
We would love to come back. We were just talking about how much fun we're having with this, and
Good. So how are you guys advertising? Word of mouth, obviously. Mm-hmm. The world doesn't know, but Adam and I used to work together, and I know that you're on Facebook. We're on Facebook. How are you advertising shows? Where you're going to be at? What's going on?
well, like you mentioned, Facebook.
Okay. And who do we look for in Facebook?
You can just search Stitch. Sometimes searching Stitch will send you to Lilo and Stitch, the Disney movie and stuff. So sometimes you have to search band Stitch.
That's not you.
Yeah, no. Lilo and Stitch is not us.
Oh, fuck, Steve, we got the wrong people.
Oh, man.
So yeah,
Fuck, I thought this was Lilo, and I thought this was Stitch. Go ahead.
So yeah, sometimes you have to actually search band Stitch to find us.
Right.
And we've got, I don't know if you've got any of our art picture of our guy that we use for a lot of our art stuff. Maybe you'll post it with when you post the video of this podcast. But if you see that guy, that image, anything with that is us.
You're a Stitch guy?
Uh-huh.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's just a little clip art that we use for everything.
Or maybe I have, and I just
you possibly
didn't
have
think anything about it.
anything. Like all of our YouTube has that guy as the picture you see when you're listening to the music.
Okay.
And then our Facebook, the main picture is that guy.
So.
Okay.
So yeah, we can hopefully link that in, so that really helps people understand
We'll
where
do
they're.
that. Do you hear that, Guru?
Link that in.
Wizard behind the screen, are you hearing this?
He'll listen back later.
He'll listen back later and edit it in. Yes.
So
Jay
that
is
always
our
helps.
wizard behind the screen here. All right, go ahead.
I don't remember what we're talking about.
How many of those have you had? How to get a hold of it?
So you'll YouTube. We're on YouTube. I believe we have an Instagram out there. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think we get much attention on it. But really, the Facebook is the main thing, and YouTube. That's what we've pumped the most effort into, and we always boost our stuff whenever we got shows and stuff. We're boosting the events and stuff so more people see it, and then just coming to us, seeing us live. There's so many people that follow us on Facebook now or keep coming back to shows because they went to watch Tommy Vexed and this band Stitch opened up for them and they thought, man, those guys are awesome. Let's go back.
Right. And I'm a little, I don't know if disappointed is the word I'm looking for. I'm bummed at the fact that you guys were set to open for Hippie Coalition, in March. And because of, the drama and everything, Stitch isn't going to be doing that now.
Yep. Nope. That fell through.
So that fell through. At band politics, call it what you want. I was really pumped to see that. But, I mean, that's just the kind of the vein that you guys are in. I mean, you've gone from this to fucking Hippie Coalition, right? So I can't wait to see what's coming up next for you guys.
I can't either. I'm excited, especially with the vision. The entity is already, this was the problem we were running into, was the entity itself is already wanting to...
Right.
It's wanting to go.
Sure.
And, everybody's schedules conflicts, which that always happens.
Sure.
We all have everyday lives.
Yeah.
I'm a single parent, Adam's got his wife and kids. So mainly when we finally, get down with everybody after the audition.
You got to find something that meshes. You got to find something that groups. It's like putting together a sports team or whatever, right? You got to find the right team members, and that's what you guys are looking for, right? So if there's anybody out there that wants to get in contact with you, what's the best way?
Facebook.
Okay, Facebook who?
Stitch.
Facebook Stitch, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
If you find our Facebook page, you can message us, and both of us will have access. We can see those messages. My email is listed on there. You can privately email me if you want, or even once you get to that
our
page,
names are on the page. Look us up.
Okay.
You go straight to Tyler's Facebook, straight to my Facebook, and message us as well. So
Okay. All right. So we're in need of a bass player.
Yep.
People out there, let's go. Let's help these guys get back on their feet. Let's help these guys put out some good shit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, before we end this segment, is there anything you guys want to add?
Not that I can think of.
No?
No.
Dildo?
Dildo. Yep.
There it is. So, before we end, I have this question. Don't look, you fuckers.
Sorry.
I have a section that I want to do with you. I call it 15 for 15. 15 questions, 15 seconds. But we have two of you, so it's going to be a little bit longer. But you get the concept.
Yeah.
Rapid fire questions.
All right.
I'm going to allow you both to answer. Okay?
All right.
And I promise you there's no inappropriate questions in here. Unless you want.
I really do not believe you.
All right, question one. Favorite road food? When you're out playing, what's your favorite food? Rapid fire.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Easy.
This isn't the way this is going to go. Question
That
two.
really depends on the mood.
Yeah,
Like
that's
when
true.
you're down there, what are you feeling?
No,
Because-
it's your favorite food.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite food.
A lot of times
okay.
I don't get a chance to go. A lot of times I'm there, play, pack up, go home.
This is true. Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Fucking fruit snacks.
Fucking fruit snacks. Question number two. First band you were in. What's your first band name you were in?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. That's
Panatomic, I believe.
Panatonic.
Panatomic.
Okay.
Alleged heroes.
Alleged heroes. Nice. Okay. Here's a good one for you. Don't put a lot of thought process into the best song ever written. Tyler.
Something about the way you look tonight from Elton John.
No shit.
Yep.
Wow, that's surprising. Best song ever written.
I'm really drawing a blank here.
You're a drummer. That you're allowed. Favorite thing to do at home?
It's masturbation.
Masturbation does count.
I can't follow that.
Wait a minute. That's your favorite thing to do too?
Play with my kids. I'm boring.
Okay. Get in your car right now. Song playing on the stereo right now.
Oh, I start the car. It's from Sammy Hagar's 3-Lock Box album.
3-Lock Box.
So yeah,
Dude, we need to hang. What do you got?
I'm gonna say anything from a band called Finch. Probably nobody out there has heard of them.
As long as it's not fucking Blink 182.
I thought he was gonna say Celine Dion for a minute.
Close second.
Boxers or briefs?
Well, right now I got my Ninja Turtle jammies on. Does that count?
But are they boxers or briefs?
They're long pants.
They're long pants.
Commando
What
is what
did-
he means to say. Commando.
What did they call those?
Long johns.
No. What did they call those? The jammies that the kids used to wear.
Oh, ones.
Onesies.
No, not onesies.
I don't know, Pete. You're old as dirt. What did they call them?
I
back
know.
then?
I mean, you guys hadn't even been born when they did that. Fuck you, boxers and briefs. Briefs. Okay, here's one. You probably don't have an opinion. I know you don't have an opinion on this, but I'll ask you. Standard or drop D?
Oh, yeah.
You mean just that pick out of them two?
Those two.
Okay.
You're writing a song,
Going-
standard, drop D.
I start standard, and if it doesn't meet what I think, then I'll drop it.
Okay.
So standard. I've heard a lot of drop D stuff. Sounds good, I guess.
You don't even know what that is, do you?
I know it's a guitar tuning.
I'm messing with you. Okay, worst thing about playing live.
Floor monitors.
Yeah.
Relying on the sound tech to put the right mix in your monitor.
You don't have Jay.
Hey, Jay, we're carrying you around, brother. What you doing,
Worst thing about
man?
playing live, Tyler.
The anxiety.
Anx-
The expectation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably the
That's
worst.
a good one. That is a good one. Okay. This question has plagued mankind from day one.
Oh, fuck.
Toilet paper over the top or toilet paper under the bottom? Which is it?
Under.
Under?
Yep.
Fuck is wrong with you? Blink 182 and toilet paper under.
No,
I mean,
there's a blueprint somewhere.
Yeah, and it's toilet paper's coming
Oh,
over.
I thought it was under.
it's over. But
Thank you.
But
You look at him. You see that look he gave you? That look he gave you is like, I don't even know who you are anymore. It's like
But
over.
in his defense, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What the-
Because it's
give
not
a
on a
shit.
roll, it's usually sitting on the side,
I was
isn't
going
it?
to say nine times out of 10, my toilet paper's sitting on the toilet paper holder.
Okay.
Or it's not there at all and you need more.
Right.
And then I gotta, oh man, dude, that's a nightmare.
Worst song ever written.
Worst song
Worst
ever.
song ever written.
Bop.
I'll give you that.
Oh, I can't top that one, I don't think.
You like that one? He likes that one.
No, I can, actually.
Put you on the spot?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I don't know, there's a lot of shitty songs.
There are a lot of shitty songs.
Island Boys count?
Island Boys do count.
I've never
Steve-O
heard
for the kill. Island
Boy.
Boy. Okay, Bengals or Rams?
Rams.
Score.
24-13.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it will be like probably... I don't want to say the 35-31 bullshit going on right now, but I do think it will be something like... It'll be a field goal win.
You think so?
I think so.
And you both are wrong. Bengals for the win. Okay.
This interview's over. Fuck Bengals fans.
Favorite thing about playing live? Favorite thing?
The energy.
Energy. Nice.
Getting that reaction, people coming up to you afterwards. Dude, you guys are awesome. You know, last show we played that I don't know, a
little boy,
12-year-old,
yeah.
10, 12-year-old kid comes running up on stage. Dude, you guys are awesome. I handed him a drumstick. His eyes lit up, you know, wanted us to sign every bit of merch we had. We gave him a bunch of merch.
Nice.
Yeah.
But he never came to the drummer.
No, he came to me first.
Did he really?
He went to him first.
Don't
and then
lie
came to
for
me.
him.
He said,
Don't
dude, you're an
lie for
awesome
him.
drummer.
Okay, studio or live? Which would you rather be in? Oh, come on.
It's difficult because
It is not difficult.
it comes back to who's running the sound. Is Jay running it or is
Jay
Pete?
is running sound.
If Jay's running sound.
Wait a minute. Is Pete running the sound? What is that?
I think you have to ask yourself, is your music overproduced? Because if it's
That is the problem that we have.
If it's overproduced, then you're gonna have one hell of a time trying to play it live.
Okay. All right. Chicken or steak?
Steak.
Fuck.
Medium at that.
Steak, yeah.
Okay.
I like chicken.
All right. Best show you've ever seen?
Oh, man. Holy hell. Devil Driver 2012.
Best show you've ever seen?
I think that was the year. Whenever that Ozfest was free and they came, whatever year that was.
Probably when I went to watch Blink 182.
Oh, hey. Do you like snakes?
No. Stick with the
Yeah, I
chicken.
like that.
Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Is there anything you want to talk about? You want to talk about the way music is, the way it's headed? You want to come back? You want to listen to one of your songs? Come back, and we'll end it that way.
No, I think we talked about talking about music in general. I thought that sounded like a fun piece to just BS about. You know, where music's going, because this feels like it's been a downhill slope as far as rock and roll goes. There's your big name bands are still doing good, but and I see it coming back. I hope it's coming back.
You know, I think what Tyler said hits it on the head, because there's a lot of bands that I hear out there, and overproduced is exactly what I would sound. It's you have overproduced this song so much. You don't hear reverb from the snare drum. You don't hear. I mean, everything has been edited out, and it sounds fake. That's the problem that I have with some of this new music coming out. You can tell it's like this was not done in a studio. This was done hooked up to a board.
Right. Well, a lot of musicians these days, it'll be one guy that records every instrument, and then the others maybe figure out how to play it, or they hire guns to play that part. But you're realistically just hearing a bunch of electronic everything. Maybe not the vocals. It's kind of hard to imitate vocal, but
Hell, they've got now the auto-tune, so yeah, no, you're not wrong.
That's true, yeah. So
Auto-tune can work if you know how to use it properly.
So we're saying all this shit we're hearing on the top 40 has not been used right.
It's all auto-tune.
It's crazy. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, when I was growing up, me and my brother, the bands that we had, we always went to a studio, set up the kit. Everybody had their amp microphone,
I can remember in the studio, and we're setting gates for the snare drum. You'd hit the snare drum and figure out how long you wanted it to reverb. You would hit the snare drum. No, bring that gate in tighter or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Now all that is like, no, it's like, pop. That's it. It's gone. There's
I was
nothing.
telling them one day it might have been, if it wasn't them, it might have been my kids. I don't know, but I was telling the story of how when I was in school for audio production, we had to take a piece of cardboard, and we had to record it, hit it, get the noise gate to where it sounded like a snare.
Is that right?
That was one of our assignments.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
So, favorite new band
New?
that you don't hate?
I can't say. I've listened to so much old stuff. I don't know if I know any new ones.
And that's where I'm kind of stuck at now. I'm stuck the same way. It's like, I talk to Steve-O about this all the time, and I'm like, dude, there's just nothing out there I want to hear. And he's like, no, the music's out there. You just got to find it.
Dirty Honey.
You got Dirty Honey, great band. We've had them on Steve-O's Music Madness.
No
I
shit.
do love Dirty Honey.
I love Dirty Honey.
He turned me on to them. I do love Dirty Honey.
That I would have to say. I went, and when they were at Deer Creek, I went and watched them in the Black Rose.
Oh, that'd been a good show. That would have been a good show.
I think new. The only thing that comes to mind is we mentioned him earlier is Tommy Vex, because now he's going out on his own. He's getting ready. He's starting to write his own stuff, and that's maybe it's personal preference because I met the guy in person. But
Sure. There's a lot of good bands that are out there, and I've done a lot of just Googling and trying to find everything out because I thought, shit, I can't be this stick in the mud that Steve says I am. But I look, and there are actually a bunch of good bands out there that are putting out good EPs. Australia is putting out a lot of good bands now.
No kidding.
They are, yeah.
Damn.
And so I don't know. It's out there. You just really have got to open up because
Well,
the
like I
venues.
said earlier in the music room, it's not really disappearing. It's just starting to infuse more with other genres.
People's not looking for it.
Yeah, it's not advertised with the big record companies anymore because they don't exist. So you have to find it.
Yeah.
You have to do the searching, which I guess is what everybody does these days.
That's kind of the positive of YouTube, Spotify, Pandora nowadays. You might go out there and search a certain band, but then the next song it plays is something new. I've learned about some other bands that I didn't know existed because Spotify said, "Well, since you listen to this,
right, you might like this." Yep.
And I'm like, "Holy shit, I like that. Who is this?"
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
So that's a big deal. But it's funny when we first started playing. Our big thing was we wanted to play in our hometown. So we finally got something lined up to play in Connersville. But getting people to want to go to a rock concert was difficult. I couldn't believe how difficult it was. Back when we were in high school, it was freaking simple. We'd make we'd write a flyer on a piece of paper.
Put them on the windshield.
We'd go make 100 copies and hand them out at school.
Yep.
So we're getting ready for this show in Connersville. We finally got lined up, and my nephew's in high school, and I said, "Hey, nephew, you think you could, if I made flyers, you'd pass these out at school?" And he goes, "No, I'd get beat up if I passed those out." Or I don't know if he said beat up, but he basically made it sound like he'd get looked down upon if he handed out flyers for a rock concert. And I was like, "What?" He says, "Everybody listens to rap and hip hop." It's like, it's a
dying art, isn't
a
it?
freaking flip from what it was when I was in school.
I know.
It's crazy.
That's the only shit you heard on the radio when I was in school.
I remember when I first started playing, when I was a teenager in the local scene, man, we would go out to Walmart. I would put flyers in people's windshields.
Right,
Man. Just come check out the show. You know?
Yeah.
And they were always packed.
Put out 100 out there,
Yes.
maybe you get one or whatever. But there was, word of mouth was the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Now it's like you're uncool if you're talking about Stitch and not talking about Blink 182.
This is when they came to Indiana with Little Wayne, I set up their stage because I work as a stagehand in Noblesville, and it cracked me up. Little Wayne got booed off the stage, and then he left the tour after the Indianapolis show. It cracked me up. I'm like, what do you expect, dude? You're going on tour with one of the biggest punk bands in the world, and you're a rapper.
Yeah. Now my son
Some stuff mixes well, but them two,
polar opposites.
Trying to draw a crowd, that's not gonna.
Yeah. Now my son likes Lil Wayne, and that's character flaw too, I guess.
I mean, he's got some okay songs.
He's a fucking artist. He's making money, right?
That's
I mean,
true,
who are
man.
we to bang him, right?
Well, and now somebody's going to be like, who's Little Wayne? Now they're going to go search, and we just made him bigger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nobody knows Stitch. Fucking know Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't know Stitch yet.
But it is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that's all I got, guys.
Sounds good, man.
So I'm thinking for Steve O's Music Madness, this is Barstool Banter with Adam, Tyler, and Stitch. Check out next week.
Yep. Look us up, guys.
Dildo.
Trying to Thank you.